Well, look at these nice days we're getting now. And then we got that thing. Well, we're back at it. Last video we actually got the roof looking sort of like a roof. It's kind of there. I've been tweaking it a little bit, just kind of fine tuning some stuff. I still have to trim this whole thing, but I'm almost kind of liking this weird transition that kind of comes down and goes to the belt line, but I don't know if that'll stay or not. But this round I want to do is actually get this thing welded together and get all the excess steel cut out and away, and hopefully make things just make more sense elsewhere. Inside we have, you can see all this excessive steel, and we have everything lapped pretty vicious. Like there's a piece here to here, and then there's like a chunk in here. I like this one, so I don't know if I'll kind of go with a happy medium between these two and then cut the inside and the out there. This thing I feel this is good, but I don't know. I might take the brow off and then we'll slowly just work chunks. Again, like I am totally going to lap weld this because it's going to get covered in vinyl. So, but I might, over the seams and some stuff like that, we'll just blitz it with the laser, I think, just to clean up everything so we can weld it later. It's a bit of a chore to actually take that thing apart and put the welding unit on it, but I might go around, zap, clean some stuff. We're going to make some lines. I don't know. Maybe I'll use the MIG welder just to spot things in place, and then we'll kind of trim things back. Maybe even get to the point where we figure out what we're going to do for a window in the back. I'm thinking just a small little something, because I'm not going to have a mirror up high like traditional. I think I'm going to have it like mounted on the dash, so I'm thinking we'll just have over, you know, I don't know. It's going to be low. Be kind of neat. It'll be cool, I think. Anyways, I think I got a game plan. So we're basically going to try to pull about, I don't know, 40, 50 pounds, I'm hoping. Probably won't be that much, but a bunch of steel out and make that lid a lot more lighter. Because then we can actually work on the trying to do all this stuff around the windows and things. Because we're going to have to build shelves everywhere inside of here for the glass to rest on. I kind of want it to hang over, that when I do the vinyl, it's going to go here, wrap around, and then I have like a pinch point somewhere where I can get the vinyl to stay. The front's going to be tricky as heck. The back should be pretty straightforward because, well, it's going to hang over. There'll be some foam, but my plan is, again, like to have that chrome trim going around. So I'll have something that I can basically pinch the vinyl to. Well, I guess enough yabbing. I'm going to go zap some of that. I think while I'm zapping it, I might actually blast the whole side of the truck too and just kind of get a uniform something happening here. But maybe I'll just zip cut. I don't know. You guys will figure it out as soon as I do too. I'll just kind of start penciling things together here. Well, we're slowly chiseling away. We're getting our little pile of sheet metal. I still got some more in here to dig out, but it's not looking like so much of a mess in here. There's still a bunch on this side I gotta trim, and then there's still a lot on that side I gotta trim, but I think I'm gonna pull the top off, and we'll slowly kind of basically cut back everything while the top is off. I'm gonna go inside, make another new mark again, just to make sure. I'm trying to get roughly around this area. We might tighten some stuff up in the back, but overall, it's we're not getting so much excessive stuff everywhere. This will have to do some work to figure it out yet, but close, getting there. Well, Ryder's been hard at it. Been stripping down the car. We took a bunch of the chrome, the trim, some of that. Some of this other stuff's just four-door stuff, and it's actually quite a pain. I kept the spears and a chunk of the rear spears because I want to use them for the pickup here. But, well, we pulled the motor last night. We pulled the dash and the front, whatever, windshield. I mean, it's not good, but a fella might be able to buff those marks out. Motor's over there. Oh, I may as well cut the last bit of the exhaust off it too and lob the scrap into there. So we just grabbed some garnish molding. Like if I chop a car, I'd like to have some of that stuff lying around. And then over here we got all the trim. So and we got the steering column. Yeah, right, buddy? Anyways, we're now in the process of cleaning up and shooting this car out the door. It does not need to be here anymore, so we're just going to continuously load this thing up with scrap, and then, well, that's kind of inevitably what's going to happen to this thing. You see, it's there's not a heck of a lot left of that thing, especially the inside. I think once we cut the frame off, the door, the whole side of the car just completely collapsed. It's done good. Gave me lots of parts. And a motor possibly now for my Model A. Well, we have chopped a whole lot out of there. We got the back. You see me just Swiss cheese the back here with screws. I'm just trying to get the back roughly into shape. Nothing's quite where it needs to be yet, but you know, overall we have way less hot garbage inside here. To sit inside is not too bad. I mean, you know, you kind of be custom problems. Yeah, like there's, I can wear a hat inside. I don't know about a really bumpy road. That's pretty good. It's all right. So this is pretty good. Back here, you can see the gap. I think this is what I gotta struggle with a bit, and actually is build that inner lip that I need to go along the back to hold this back into place. I'll show you what I did on the outside to try to make stuff work. Ooh. So we trimmed it up. Nothing's really where it's supposed to be right now, but dang it. I put all these screws in because I was trying to get the back panel to stay roughly where it should be. So back here, I kind of ran a bunch of screws like that, so I'm trying to get this to stay straight. We had to like split, do a bit of things here. I've been doing a lot of weird stuff back here, trying to get everything to go down. I've had it in place, but everything's kind of shuffled and moved, so I think the roof has to go, this needs to go up, and then this will go down. So I think what I have to do here is actually make that runner that I can tack this thing to, so at least the back is sitting where it's supposed to. That way the front we can kind of jimmy rig where it's supposed to go. I just have this hot mess right now of floppiness. Once I actually make the ring, at least the back will be rigid, and then we can kind of focus on the front or even the side here. I might want to do that. Inside it should be pretty straightforward once I get things in place. It's just I think it's just a lip off the edge here, and then just like basically an edge with a flange, so this window has something to rest again. We could put a seal, and then eventually I think with the seal I'll have a pinch point for my vinyl to go through. At least that's what I'm hoping. The front I don't have any idea yet. Like we have this, the center pillar in there. I'm thinking there's gonna be a flat wedge that's gonna hit the roof. Somehow that's gonna have to like join in with this brow. I have no idea. That is the one thing I do not have a game plan for, so I don't know. Oh well. I think that's about as far as I'm getting tonight. I think tomorrow, well, I don't know. Maybe it's still early. We don't know. If it's early, maybe we'll pull out the laser and clean some stuff. It's about 10 o'clock. I guess it's still early, technically. Maybe we will start jetting and blasting the fenders and stuff on the other side, and then work our way to the roof. Maybe I'll clean up around the seams on the roof and then start welding. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Well, so you'll be as surprised as I am. yesterday we got Ryder's cab off of his truck, so on that note, we basically moved it in. Didn't do much filming. He was just cleaning it, finished cleaning it out, and then just evaluating the rust scenario. It's actually, like it's crappy, but it's really not that bad. Considering they're very flat floors in here, we just have some damage to the body mounts in the back of the cab. So those are bad. The front mounts are good because they're actually just a part of the structure of the cab. Well, that's normally how they work, but the way they are on here, they're not bad. It's just a flat floor, and it's going to be a super easy patch for him. I think today he's going to be coming out, and then, well, probably get him to cut that out. We stripped down that Oldsmobile the other day, so there's a lot of loose random parts. I'm going to get him to organize a little bit, and I don't know, we'll put them in the barn, kind of get them all out of the way. But then he'll probably start cutting out floors and figuring out how to make floor patches and using a bead roller, and it's going to be going through all of that eventually here. Anyways, that's what's new up on that front, or when you seen us playing with that, he basically was helping tearing the Buick apart and doing some cleaning around here, and then I told him I'd give him a hand farting around on his truck, getting it going. Well, we've been zapping away here. I went over what I did. I did do some cleaning yet, so that part's all good. Kind of got the door stripped. I got the most of the gunk off. On the roof, well, I zapped everything, but I have no plans to paint the roof because I'm wrapping it and stuff. So I basically just zapped all my seams so I can kind of get in there, stitch them, and then we'll go back in underneath after and then cut it closer yet. At least that's my thought and my plan on this. But I'm probably just gonna MIG and stitch it for now. And then, because it's so much work to change this thing over to wire welding or welding, whatever it is. So on the inside, I'd like to strip a lot of that because I want to have a good surface to glue some headliner material into there. But yeah, so we're gonna MIG this. From there, I should be able to see all my points that I got to touch, and I can get inside and get a tighter weld to everything I'm trying to do, or tighter weld, or get even more steel cutaway, I should say, so we don't have so much overlap. But yeah, progress. Well, anyways, I'm gonna pull the MIG welder out. We're gonna start zapping that up, and then I think I'm gonna go straight into trying to build this lower hump that I can attach my roof to. That would be nice to hold the works down. Well, I'm tacking this thing on because I don't really know of any better way to make this roll around the edge. So this made the most sense to me. How good it's going to be, I don't know. And these are going to be even harder after. Doesn't have to be perfect. These are going to be the tough stuff. Actually, this is going to be even harder. There's going to be so much material that's going to want to fold. I might do it in 2 pieces just to make my life easier. Like if we do this one and just do, oh, maybe this would have been better to do that way too. We'll try this. We can always cut another piece. This is, it's sitting here, but you can see it's supposed to go way down. So I almost wonder if I would have done this in half, if I could have got a tighter curve onto here. If it's loose, it's not bad. If we can put some padding in there, just so we don't scratch up the paint, like really bad. Even this is actually supposed to be like up here. This might be pointless. Maybe we just get our inside profile and the roof is gonna sit up on there like I said it was gonna. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing here. We'll keep trying and figure it out. I might have to just cut this thing loose along the back and then hopefully this inside profile is what I want. Ish. It won't be pretty, but well, where do we start? Basically, we zapped the roof. Don't know if I talked about that, but zapped the roof. You can see I've marked off just to get rid of excess steel. I haven't cut any of that yet. That's on the to-do. I decided to right away just start doing this flange thing I want to do. I started on the outside and I zapped it, but it just turned into, it just wasn't very nice. And in actuality, I thought about it after. I didn't care about the backside. Like, I want it to fit snug on the inside. And then, you know, we're going to be cutting it midway or just across the back ridge here. So basically everything I'm screwing up is going to be pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. So we'll be cutting the excess off when we get the roof on it. And that's where it's going to hang. So I realized going to the inside, I think one of my welds popped. But going to the inside, it's easier to stretch the steel than it is to shrink it like I was trying to do in here. You can see that thing just looks rough. Like with a hammer, like, well, whatever, the hammer I'm using anyways. To shrink it was just really, really hard. So now I'm gonna make a piece into here and we're gonna weld it a lot more, but that's only because I really gotta do an aggressive, like a stretch on the outside. but we only got to get to this far really. So if this just gets mutilated, that's okay, because we'll be cutting it off probably right on the edge here, just about. And the goal is there should be a lot of strength in here, even if I have to do, when the roof's on, even if I got to do something else in here to add just a little more strength, at least I can, like the roof should stay in the position it's supposed to go. Then later we'll have to figure a way that it's going to get latched and whatnot. But for now, I just want to get some rigidity in this roof. So if we can get this back sail pan, maybe if I make this, I'm thinking again, I thought about this, I was going to do a flat edge onto here. But if I did a flat edge and made it tip up, that would give me lots of strength. We'd probably be able to tie into the front post at some point. And then I would be able to make just a flat, well, then I'd be able to make like a trim piece, at least that's my thought, is a trim piece that would go on here with an angle with a rubber on it. So when I roll the window up, it's going to be, it'll have a seal. And again, when I do the vinyl, I'll be able to pull the vinyl over, kind of semi-glue it, but I can screw this thing down and that'll like stop this vinyl from wanting to possibly come out. I know everybody's going to say you can just glue it and it'll be fine. I just have trust issues with glue. I want to be able to sandwich it and then I feel good like that vinyl's not going to come apart or turn into a great big balloon when I drive down the highway and then something just catches. All right. Anyways, let's cut some more slivers for the corners and see if I can just violently just beat it over the side and we can actually make this nice inside trim, because once that's done, we'll kind of plop the roof on and then maybe just tack this to it and see if it like holds all of its shape properly. That'd be super nice. All right, I have no good way to do this because this is going to have to move a crazy amount of stretch. So we're going to go with the torch and heat and a lot of different hammers. We'll probably go with that one because there's like a weird shape in here and we may as well try to follow this profile totally before we flatten it and get it to come. I just need it to get flat and that's probably okay, but I don't know. We're going to find out. Maybe this won't work at all, I have no idea. I don't think it's gonna work. There might be a way, but all right. Well, we're gonna go for plan 2, which is gonna be making about 20 pieces, and we're gonna just splice it together. I don't know. That's about the only thing I can think of. Well, this is definitely not pretty, but it is doing what I want. I kind of like, even though my top is going to sit over here, I don't know if I'll leave this or not, but for now, we'll try to leave a nice edge all the way along. I got to trim the other side. Actually, I think I have, but it's a little, yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, I trimmed that one higher. Okay, anyways, we're going to have to get the top on there. I got to weld up these bits, get that out of the way so that I can put the top on. Then we can kind of weld again and finish it, but I want to be able to see that the top sits on here and it's like locked in on the back side. Would be super awesome. I just got to go over here and actually, we talked about it. I haven't trimmed any of this, so I'm just going to jam away in here and trim these up. I'm trying to think what I did here. Good thing I didn't cut. I almost screwed myself up. I got to go on the inside of here. Oh, that was close. All right. Anyways, hey pup, what do you say? Should we give her? No, we have been giving her. We have been giving her here. Anyways, I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna start grinding and cutting. Then we're gonna fit the roof, tack it, and hopefully the back sits where I want now. I don't know. At least one part of the puzzle is gonna make sense. Check it out. Awesome. So there's a lot of work still needed here, but we do have this little U-frame tacked in. I feel it still needs more strength. I'm not sure how to do that just yet and not add a ton of weight, but you can, you know, like you can lift it off now and it actually plops into its place it's supposed to go. So that is like awesome. We've trimmed everything back. I had a little misalignment here. We just had to break all these welds and then kind of, you know, shimmy and do whatever. It was mostly because the center was just it was just bowing. I was stretching out a lot. So I didn't want it to, I don't know. I just didn't want it like, I want it to sit so there's an even amount of gap going across all the posts underneath, but hey, now it's at least zapped. I can lift and drop it. It's not too important what it looks like inside because the seat covers it. But that is such a cool shape. I think it'll look just awesome with the top on. It's got a little bit of a, I don't have a drip rail, but because this thing flakes out, I'm just hoping with my glass going up, it's gonna be okay. I don't have any things in there to roll up. We're gonna have to try to take the glass out and manipulate that frame to kind of do what I want, but maybe what I'm going to do next is we'll make an edge, like a flat edge all the way to the top, and then maybe something to the pillar. I might have to cut something just to mimic the glass. Like we'll have to get it cut anyways. I got some of this board, so maybe we're going to cut this out. We'll get it sitting in place so at least we have a mimic of what the windshield is, so we can try to figure out a header panel to go across. I'm gonna have to find that and then some way to latch everything, because I know if I put this visor on, or you know, I call this a visor, this brow, it is gonna viciously wanna eat some wind here, and I think it's just gonna try to rip it off. But man, that is cool. I'm pretty happy with that. I know it's not my conduit, but I had to do something different because it's just, I knew that was going to be more of a nightmare to try to do. Well, maybe not, but I don't know. I think that is just cool. Oh, that is awesome. Anyways, unfortunately, I didn't actually get the whole dang thing welded. That was my plan, was to actually weld this whole thing, but this lower part took like a lot longer than I thought. But I'm happy with the results, like at least now. Well, once I unstick this part. Oh, that thing's just aggressively stuck in there. There we go. At least now we can lift off the back. It's not this horrendous floppy mess. I don't know. I still gotta make a latch, and I want to have a pin or something to hold that in, but man, that is cool. I dig it. It's it looks really pancaked and squished, but I think that'll go away once we it's got a little bit of a poofy top to it. Anyways, folks, I think unfortunately, I think this is where we are going to leave this one. Maybe we'll accomplish some of our goals that we didn't get in this one on the next round, like getting, well, maybe we'll work on the door edges and stuff, because the header is like just something I'm avoiding like crazy, and that might bite me in the butt, but I just feel that's a lot of work. I sort of have a loose idea in my head now, but just thought of it, but I don't know. We'll save it for that when I do get around to that. Anyways, folks, as always, I want to thank you all for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. Later.